but here it's really good. I'm still using invisibility. I've been using invisibility for a long time. I still really like it. In this game, it allows me to... Yeah, I'm a beast. In this game, it allows me to kind of sneak up on the enemy at the rush, which I really like. What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Sl1pg8r here, hanging out today, doing stuff and things, bringing you some of the Titanfall 2 live fire update, gameplay, action, stuff and things. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today. Make sure if you like the video, please don't forget to show your support and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. So this is some gameplay that I got the first day of the live fire update. So if you're completely unawares of what's going on here, live fire is a new game mode that they've released in Titanfall 2, and it's basically all pilot versus pilot action. Hot pilot on pilot action all day, day. And I've been having a really great time with it. I decided we're going to do the video a little bit differently. Normally it's all live gameplay, but I thought we would just kind of talk a little bit over this gameplay so you can see. There's a couple games that I got. Like I said, on the first day, I'm having a really good time with it. So some of the things I want to tell you about as far as the update goes. So some much requested balancing of tone was done, and also the devotion was balanced a little bit. To be honest with you, I have not played attrition or been in the Titan since live fire went live. I've only been doing this, so I really don't know about the changes to tone. I've been playing Legion anyway. I've been working my way through the different Titans. So obviously I maxed out Tone, I maxed out Ronin, I'm working on Legion. So yeah, I'm not really sure how that went, but this is, like I said, the newest thing, the newest game mode. The devotion, I can talk to you a little bit about the balancing on that. As soon as I heard that happened, I went ahead and played with it. I don't really think that there's a huge balance, huge balancing happening there. It seemed like the devotion was still pretty much still the devotion. It's supposed to do a little bit less damage at range, and I guess the first couple bullets are supposed to do a little bit less damage in total, or something to that effect. I don't really... What was it again? Added a very far damage settings, reduced its damage at distance, added more kick to the first shots, the first single shot to make it more difficult, increased the view kick during sustained fire to create a slightly larger spread. It didn't seem that way to me. I was sniping people with it on this map, which is, I think, what, Meadow? There's two new live fire maps, Meadow and Stacks. Now, the first things first, I'll talk a little bit about some things. There's been a lot of people complaining about stuff. A ton, like, there's just the normal thing with Titanfall 2, but more than a little bit of complaining. I'm finding the game mode to be really, really fun. The first thing that I'll tell you, especially for new people who are coming on and playing, I know that in the Peeps network that I run, there's a lot of cash players. People are a little bit more casual. The first thing that I will say is don't let anybody guilt trip you about anything that you do. Because if they are complaining about the smart pistol, then they'll be complaining about devotion. If they're not complaining about that, they'll be complaining about your phase shifting. If they're not complaining about that, they'll be complaining because you nated them. If they're not complaining, it doesn't matter what you do, they're going to complain. And also, the funniest thing I like about it is that you always hear somebody complain about smart pistol, and then they'll be like sitting in the back corner with devotion, like sniping with it. So don't worry about that stuff, guys. Whatever you want to play to have fun, you know, make it work. And then, I mean, I can definitely see the smart pistol is pretty easy to use. Obviously, it's like an auto aim weapon, but it does take 2 kills to get it. Any of the special pilot abilities, you got to get 2 kills to enable them. And the thing I think is that I really like about it is I never use smart pistol in attrition. I never thought that was a really effective weapon, but it's super effective here. Turrets, like pilot sentry turrets, I never really used those either. I didn't find them really effective. Here in live fire, they're super cool, man. You can drop a turret down. Considering it's a 6v6, if your turret even gets 1 kill, it's a pretty powerful pilot ability to have. I've been playing with the R201 assault rifle on Meadow. I've been playing with a lot of different weapons. I tried playing a little bit, like I said, with the Devo just to see how it was working. I do feel like the Devotion is a little bit overpowered, so I don't use it very much. But Devo is a good weapon, I think, for anybody at any point in time. I tried using some of the SMGs, some of the shotties. I really think that the R201 lends itself really well to this map. It's a mid-range map. You can see right here, we're firing kind of like at some mid-range targets. So it just seems to work out really well for me. I also like the smart pistol a lot in live fire game mode. I mean, if you can get 2 kills and then pull out your smart pistol, if you're playing to win, if it's just about winning the match, the smart pistol is kind of the way to go, in my humble opinion. You can do sentries too. There's a lot of different stuff that you could do, really. The next match that we have on here is Stacks, and it's a really cool map. I think the better of the 2 maps. One of the other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I thought was like super disappointing was in the gameplay. It's not a gameplay trailer. In the cinematic trailer, it's kind of gameplay, but whatever, they showed the zip lines. You can see them right there in front of me. There's the zip lines, and on Meadow, they're basically, if you're gonna use a zip line, you're pretty much killing yourself. You're pretty much gonna kill yourself using that, and I found that to be like super disappointing. Like the zipline was like the cool thing that every time I watched the trailer, I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. I can't wait to zipline all around the map. It's gonna be super amazing and awesome. And really, it's just one zipline. It's just on Meadow, and it's just gonna kill you. Don't really need to use it. Later on in the game, like after your the initial rush of your teams, you can zipline around back and forth. If you had the flag, it might help you out too. You know what? I never really even explained to you how this game mode works. But if you had the flag, it would be helpful to zipline a little bit. But really, at the end of the day, oh, sorry. I'm just reading the chat here a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I said it was a prime example of jumping is not as good as aiming. Aiming is more important than jumping, which is something that seems to plague Titanfall users. Movement's important, but aiming is more important. So yeah, anywho, don't zipline, and then let me tell you a little bit about the live fire. So it's 6v6 game with a flag in the center. The flag doesn't necessarily matter that much. If you can hold the flag, I think it's for 30 seconds, you'll win the round. No one is playing the game that way. Very few people are really playing the game to hold the flag. Once in a while, you'll see people doing it. But I don't know if the Titanfall people, if the devs decided, like, if they designed this to be a thing where you're supposed to get the flag and then hold it, because that's not what's happening. You can also win the round by killing the enemy team and eliminating them, and that's pretty much what goes on pretty much all the time. Now, that being said, you can use the flag to your advantage. You know, if you're playing the 6v6 and you're down to 1v1 or 2v1 or something like that, you can go in, grab the flag, try to hop around the map, try to stay hidden, try to get that 30-second hold on it in order to win the match. It's definitely something that you can do, but most people just aren't doing it. As far as advice goes, I know for the Peeps network, we have, like I said, some more casual players that are looking for some advice, and I talked a little bit at the beginning of the video or early in the video about using whatever weapons and whatever pilot ability combos you want to use. I will say this, if you're new to this game mode, this is one of the things that I see a lot of people complaining about, is that the matchmaking's bad. You got to figure out here, I'm not really sure if Titanfall 2 uses an elo system or not, but what you got to figure is that even if it does match players based on skill, right now, so few people know what they're doing in this game, or know what they're doing in this game mode, that even someone who is totally FKA in attrition might be awful at live fire. So it's not going to really matter. The elo system is weird. I mean, I have played against some guys that I've played in attrition that I know are really beast that have been awful here because they're just brand new. They don't know the map. They don't know the sight lines. They don't know exactly what they're doing. And so it's going to be a little wonky for a while. There still seems to be the same sort of matchmaking kind of stuff and things going on as they normally do, like pre-made groups most often do not get matched with other pre-made groups. I say that with a caveat, most often. You ready for this hot action? Oh yeah, baby, that's what's up. So, hot smart pistol, clutch! Double kill. Max Sl1pg8r clutch! Actually, it's 3v1. So, that's the end of this match. We did pretty good, I think. Let me see if I pop the score up for us to see. What? That was my kill! That's some BS right there. Oh, I didn't even get my score up. I'm not even sure what I did, but I did pretty good. So this is Stacks, the map that I think is really, really super good. Also, I've completely lost my train of thought of what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, no, now I remember. So it's going to take a little bit of practice for you guys to figure out kind of what you're doing in this game. Now, if you're casual, you're new, or you're just having a little bit of hard time with live fire, let me tell you this. try, and it's so hard in this game to make this happen. It's so hard in any multiplayer game anymore. If you're in a pub match, if you're not playing with a pre-made group and you're just with a random bunch of people, try to watch on the mini-map where your guys are, especially at the beginning. Like, I see a lot of teams, like, for instance, on this map, they're brand new to the map. They don't know what they're doing. They rush to the left, all 6 guys, and they just get wiped. And then the next round, they rush to the left again, and they get wiped. And then the third round, they rush to the left again, and they get wiped. Doesn't make any sense, man. Like, if you're playing live fire and you're having trouble learning it, or you're not sure exactly what's going on, just try to play the game out a little bit. Learn a little bit about what you're doing and what your sight lines are, what your jump lines are, and how you can move around the map a little bit better, especially on stacks. There's a lot of people jumping around. Stacks has the really, really high center areas, so it's really good for if you want to slide around and jump around. It's got a lot of that hot action going on. So that's going to take a little while to learn. But the other big thing is change your weapons up if stuff and things aren't working for you. If you're not doing really well with... I think I get wasted right here hard. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Well done, pilot.
Oh! I don't think that was me. So if you're not having a good time, you know, try the shotgun. Try a different SMG. A lot of people are using the R97. It's super OP now. They just buffed it. And not this update, but the previous update. I'm not sure why they did that, but I don't know. It was kind of underwhelming before. It is kind of a little bit overwhelming now. There's a lot of people playing it on stacks and on Meadow. But like I said, I played some SMGs and some shotties. I played sniper on Meadow. I played a bunch of different things, and I kind of landed on the R201. I just feel like it's the best weapon for me for that match. In stacks, I'm seeing tons of people using all sorts of weapons. The grenadier weapons, softball, all the different launchers are being used. I see shotguns, SMGs. People sit in the back, they use snipers. People use the devotion. People use everything. So there isn't really any one gun that is the best gun for any one map or anything like that. But yeah, so definitely kind of like try to figure out what's best for you. Oh, the other thing too, don't forget, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I play attrition, I don't carry a secondary besides an anti-Titan weapon. I carry charge rifle with charge hack, and that's all I use on every single loadout. But in this, you don't need that stuff. You don't need a charge rifle. You can carry one if you want. If you're good with the charge rifle and you want to get some kills with it for funsies, you can do that. But that's another thing that I really liked about live fire is that this allows you to use some secondaries, some of the secondary handguns and stuff like that I would never use, and I think that's really cool. I use only arc grenades in any attrition game. Only arc grenades all the time. It's, in my opinion, the best grenade for me. And then here, I've been using Gravstar all the time. It's so much more powerful here, and that's really the thing that I like about the live fire update is that it's offered up some new stuff and things that change the way the game is played, and it's making it a little bit more fun. This is some hot hiding action right here. Just FYI, this is an example that you cannot hide someone to death. FYI. So, yeah, I think that it's really cool that there's all this different stuff now, and it just gives me a reason to use different weapons, which I think is so super great. I'm not a big fan of phase shift. You know how people hate on the devotion? I really hate phase shifting. I just think it sucks. In my opinion, it's just way too powerful. But it's really good in this game mode. I mean, it's really good in every game mode, pretty much. But here, it's really good. I'm still using invisibility. I've been using invisibility for a long time. I still really like it. In this game, it allows me to... Yeah, I'm a beast. In this game, it allows me to kind of sneak up on the enemy at the rush, which I really like. And then after, it doesn't really matter anyway. So, yeah, invisibility for me, but you can do whatever you want. Phase shift, there's a huge amount of phasing going on around here. I don't know. I feel like phasing just needs a little bit of balancing. It's just a little too powerful. Especially, I think I'm a little bit salty about it because I just started using Gravstar, and you can phase shift out of Gravstar, which is powerful for phase shift and sucks if you're using the Gravstar. But that's the end of the match, peeps. A couple of the new live fire maps. Make sure if you like the video, please don't forget to show your support, smash the thumbs up button. Feel free to share and favorite the videos you see fit. May the stuff and things be with you.